a sealed area. Hey, Dios! That was one heck of a trip. It's much further than I put my legs. If it's much further, I think my legs are gonna pop off. Well, you can relax now. This is the lowest area of the sealed area. Really. Ah, thank the goddess. If you told me we were only halfway down, I think I'd be floating off to meet her high right now. Really, Father Kevin, you're being a little too humble. I can tell you're extremely well trained for a priest. If you were not, I doubt you could do the job you do. Ah, Kazing. Read like a book, a children's book at that. Well, it's no big deal if you figured it out. We're close to the von Oslois family anyway. Oh, and speaking of my job, that thing the mayor of Raun had, the Chronos Rod. In accordance with our pact, it's being kept safely using the prescribed methods. We can hand it off to you whenever you wish. Perfect, thanks. So, anyway, the thing we discussed earlier, mind showing it to me? It's down here, right? Follow me. I need more to drink, so... Yeah, there's the reverie. Hated that fucking boss fight. No, I genuinely fucking hated that boss fight. You know, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as bad if it was just the first stage, where it was 3 separate units, where one did melee, one did range, and the other one could do both. And it had predictable patterns you could follow, and you only got hit if you were a fuck-up who didn't pay attention to what they were doing. That was a good fight. That was fine. Then the second stage was ass. Well now, would you look at this? I imagine even the church will have difficulty deciding what to do with it. This sort of artifact isn't so much as big as it is gargantuan. Mind if I take a closer look? As you wish. The Queen has given you her permission. Please, if you understand any of this, share your thoughts. That thing's gonna wake up, isn't it? So this is the Ring Guardian that was in the report. It looks kind of similar to the archaism excavated in Calvert, but, I wish I could have seen it moving. And this. Be careful what you fucking wish for, Kevin. This thing's an artifact from the last years of the ancient Sumerian civilization, which makes it at least 1,200 years old. It's certainly the core of the structure, but there's no clear indication as to what it actually does. Analysis of the artifact seems to be impossible with modern tools. They work on the same principle in energy as an orbment, but their internal structure is completely different from an orbment's. That's what Professor Russell told us anyway. The church refers to these as gifts from the goddess, given too early. I'm going to turn that back on because it's kind of hot. It's my air conditioner. Sorry if it's annoying. And over here is... just as the black orbment you called the gospel was used. All the giant pillars that were here were set in the floor. Yes, 4 pillars set into the floor like this one. Even 2 months later, we're not even sure what it means, if anything. Okay, so a seal on the Oriel and a gospel was used. And then the devices here spoke of a device towers and a second barrier. I think I'm starting to see some kind of system is at work here. System? What system? There's nothing else here. Call it a gut instinct at this point. I think this has something to do with some sort of gate. Bingo. We call it a gate on the trail that leads to the goddess's treasure. And that thing that opens is a black key. And the thing that opens... What? And the thing that opens it is a black key called a gospel. If you think about it like that, the Oriel being AWOL makes a lot more sense. But there's this trail of yours then. This is the lowest floor. According to the professor, the ruins extend no further. I think a little less literally. It's not a trail you see with your eyes or normally walk. It could be the Septian veins that run through the earth, or maybe it's some sort of route we can't even imagine. But that's where we'll find a clue that will lead us to the Oriel. Chapter 1, Sneaking Shadows, The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Second chapter. So yeah, there's introductions. Welcome back one and all to Trails in the Sky. I'm the TheDarkSeraph. Last time we completed the prologue. Joshua's hanging out with the Capua family. Phew! Being on an airship for over half a day is kind of tiring. I know how to stretch our legs, though. Let's go report the completion of our training and duties. Stell, hello? Oh yeah, you're right, we should go say hi to Elnan. Hey, are you? Stell, you've got a case of the nerves, don't you? Yeah, I do. I don't know why either. I didn't feel this way at all before we went to training, but now? Somehow thinking that I'm really going to be a full bracer now is making me really antsy. I get it. You're trembling with excitement. You've grown way, way stronger over this past month, Estelle. And not just in the, like, whacking stuff with a stick department. You're more knowledgeable, careful, and you make better judgments. And now we're about to start hunting down the mysterious creepos who want to doom us all or whatever. And you're going to bring Joshua back. I bet that's just all... I bet all that's only just sinking in now. Yeah, when you put it that way, that is how I'm feeling. I'm such a dimwit. I'm like a mountain climber who didn't even bother looking up at how big the mountain over her was. Before having second thoughts about climbing it, no way. If anything, I'm even more fired up than I used to be. Even if I have to crawl, I'll reach the top no matter what. That's more like it. Anyway, are we going to head over to the guild now? Let's go. I really need to do the audio sync. We're getting paid for training? Not that I'm complaining, but are you sure? Naturally, it is part of your job after all. 2,000 Mira and 2 battle points, up to 12. Bracer G rank class. Okay. Thought General Morgan had that position. I understand it. As I understand it, that was the original idea, but Morgan himself proposed giving Cassius full reign. He seems to be entrusting the future of the army to your father. The future entrusted to Dad? We're all doomed. Well, I can see Cassius being given that much responsibility, you know? That's gonna mean we're down our S-rank hero, though. I think it's safe to say that we'll have plenty of support from the military from now on, however. At the same time, we have new threats to concern ourselves with. The Society. Now, they've done nothing obvious, but it is admittedly how they work. What has happened are several strange occurrences over the past month. One example would be the changes in the wild beasts and monsters in various regions. To start with, heretofore undocumented types of monsters are showing up all across the country. Even the existing monsters have become far more vicious and powerful. Travel has become significantly more dangerous. No one's been able to put forward an explanation as to why this is happening. So every beastie out there is nastier, just cuz. Oh man. It's definitely the society's doing. They're trying to turn us into monster kibble. Calm down, Annalise. We still don't have enough evidence to be certain of anything. Oh crap. Don't look glum. We're actually been formulating a response of sorts. And I'd like very much for the two of you to be part of it. You two here already? I wanted to meet you at the port. Hi, Shara. Agate? And Agate, too. Well, this is a surprise. Welcome back, you two. It's good to see you. You two got back sooner than I thought. I'm really happy to see you too, Shara. And Agate, hi. It's been a while. Yeah, I think the last time we saw each other was during the Queen's birthday. The old man told me about Joshua, you know. I heard you were pretty broken up over it, but you seem back on your feet already, yeah? Mostly. More to the point, though, why are you two together? Good question. I should get a camera. This is like seeing a king penguin. Oh, really? It isn't that rare, you two. Gotta admit, we don't work together that often, Scheherazade. Actually, Scheherazade and Agate are here to begin a special mission. I asked them to come here for a specific reason. Indeed, they were tasked with investigating the society. What? Wait, like chasing down their agents and stuff? Isn't that dangerous? I wish it was that exciting. Investigating might be a little too specific, though. We're barely even certain the society exists at this point. You realize, despite what Cassius says. We're going to be wandering all across Liberl, keeping an eye out for anything that resembling a secret society bent on world domination. This is probably not going to be the most exciting job ever. Oh, I get it. I guess groping around in the dark is the best we can do for now. Okay, so I'm with Scheherazade and Agate. But okay, so yeah, she is the protagonist. That makes sense. Okay. Keep in mind that being a bracer involves much more than fighting. Yeah, I get you. I like Agate's hard-hitting nature. So I'm with Agate and Shara is with Annalise. Okay. Going to Raun. Can I please get a starting point? We'll get a bit of early start then. Estelle, you've just gotten back too. I'm sorry we couldn't spend more time together. Me too. Sounds like Aina and Roland really need some help though. Be sure to say hi to everyone. Got it. Estelle, I'm sure you'll be fine. Don't fret yourself into loose ends, alright? Shara. My tarot tells me that the bond between you and Joshua has not been severed. So, don't worry. Believe in your connection to him. Follow it and your trail will be clear. I know it. Okay. I thought so. Hey, tell me everything. Don't tell her everything. What's wrong with being upfront at this point? The real truth is, it wasn't just that. I did want to train myself too. And I really do think I learned a lot about training by you, Estelle. So I've got to say it. Thank you. Annalise. And, okay, deep breaths. I know you might think I'm weird for saying this, but... Huh? I, like to think we're already friends, but... I'd like it if you and me, Estelle, if we became something more. What? Are you saying what I think you're saying? Don't try to stop me, Shara. I'm serious. I'm absolutely sure about this. Oh my. Right here in public? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Well, I know I'm a couple years older than you, Estelle, but we've totally spent the same amount of time in the guild, and you know what? Age doesn't matter when it comes to something like this. So what do you think? I mean, I'm really happy, and I think my heart is racing out of my chest, but this is kind of a surprise, to say the least. Besides, there's, Joshua, and there's kinds of some issues of couple fronts, or more than couple. Rather, I don't, Joshua, what does he have to do with this? And what problems would there be on a couple fronts if we became rivals? Rivals? Yeah. We're about the same age, about equal skill level. I thought it'd help us both try to reach even higher. You don't actually like the idea, do you? Boy, that was going in a very wrong direction. You're pretty oblivious, Annalise. And as unpredictable as always. Not quite the punchline I was expecting. Punchline? Well, if that's what you meant, then alright. I, Estelle Bright, hereby recognize you as my rival, Annalise Elfried. Consider the gauntlet thrown. Okay, that's... seriously. Nothing scarier than a couple of kids charging straight ahead. This is the final boarding call for the Cecilia, bound for Roland. Yeah. Okay then. Should we finish our check-in and wait for the next Raun-bound flight? Yeah, the ship for Raun ought to be here soon enough. Sure, you don't want to do some shopping or something? Been a month. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of the opposite of what Agate says. I usually, whenever I go shopping, I usually do plan things out, like, in a couple weeks, I gotta make a Sam's Club run. I'll have some time off of work. They'll give me a day to go up to Sam's Club and get some meat, get some frozens, get some snack stuff for work. You just sell ingredients, not really what I'm looking for. Sundries, Liberal News, issue number 4. Why is it starting with whatever? Anti-cold helmet. Let's get you some extra defense. And that's all the stores. Okay, I just can't... I'm hitting the button. I cannot talk to this woman. That's weird. It's bugged. I cannot talk to this woman. Can you hear that clicking? It just doesn't work. That's weird. That's a weird bug. The earthquakes plaguing Zeiss have finally ended. It seems the Wolfort incident mentioned in our previous edition was only the beginning. The city of Zeiss, Stockholm Gate, and Lestian Fortress were all hit by quakes as well, causing distress in the region. However, not long after the earthquake at Lestian Fortress, a declaration of safety was issued by the Central Factories worker, Chief Murdoch. Some concern was expressed at the statement, but as a practical matter, there have been no earthquakes since. How a declaration of safety is possible was explained by Chief Murdoch. We determined that the earthquakes were being caused by a special circumstance. He clarified these earthquakes, it seems, were caused by underground septium veins. And after analysis, it was possible to state that accuracy. They had ended the declaration. The declaration was also emphasized disaster preparations for future event incidents. However, what? Whatever. The new model of orbital engine from the Central Factory is at last completed and has been revealed to the press. This engine was specifically designed for the cruiser or Arceal and has higher output as well as streamlined maintenance for field repairs. The new engine will increase the Arceal's cruising speed to 3,200 sledge per hour, over 4 times the speed of an airliner, making it the fastest ship in the world. Cool. Samples of new model engines referred to in our previous article are to be presented to both the Empire and Republic as tokens of peace represented by this pact. These engines are said to be the key to the next generation of flight, technological exchange is the promise made to those who promise to uphold harmony between nations. Much is expected from Liberal's ace in negotiations. And that's just talking about the earthquake again, whatever. Near Elmo Village. Now we need to go report into the guild, I think. Oh, I never did the fucking audio sync. I never did the audio sync. I did that 20 minutes in. That's gonna be fun to edit. I just know it. That's gonna be fun to edit. Can't talk to anyone. What the fuck? I can't inspect anything. What is I don't think this is supposed to be happening. Okay. What's... It's Mueller. Really? This is why I cannot stand the pompous imperial nobility. And I thought there were limits to how unpleasant a single person could be. Ha! You took the words right out of my mouth. Tell me, why does the Republic even care about the engine provisional deal? I did not think Liberal's internal politics were your plaything. It's a matter of international security. It's only been a decade since Ereboni attempted to annex this innocent little country. It is absolutely unacceptable for a half-barbaric nation like yours to lay their hands on such cutting-edge technology. The Republic is a long-standing friend of Liberal. We won't stand back now and allow something like this to threaten its interests. Long-standing friend? Some friends you are. You didn't send them so much as a soldier in the war. You're just pretending to be allies when it suits you, while standing back and doing nothing when it doesn't. What did you just... My Lord Ambassador, may I suggest we leave the matter here? We do not wish to bother the other customers. But Mueller, enough, Ambassador. May I ask that you back down as well? This is a debate that could be handled just as well through the embassies. Very well. I can't say I like hearing that from a member of the Imperial military. Still, far better than hearing it from that pompous and gluttonous member of the nobility, I suppose. What did you enough, Mueller. Enough, Ambassador. Well, gentlemen, if you pardon me. That insufferable she-wolf. This is why commoners with no history of or tradition are... My lord? Yes? I shall return to the embassy. I trust I can leave the other matters in your hands. As you will, my lord. Hi, it was Estelle, yes? It's been some time since the martial arts competition. I'm glad you remember. That was one heck of an argument just now, though. Who were those two, and why were they going at each other like a cat and dog? The man was the ambassador of the Erebonian Empire to Liberl, Lord Danville Cranog. I'm gonna say Lord Davil, I can't pronounce that fucking name. The woman would be the ambassador from the Republic of Calvert, Elsa Crochane. They head up their respective embassies here in the capital. I see. Awful damn childish for a couple of ambassadors. Welcome to the world of politics. Nothing but a bunch of bickering children. Let's see, what was that joke in Simpsons? Children. Do you want to waste time with meaningless squabble, or do you want to act like the real United Nations? Wait. Can those two really do their jobs? Agate. I really wish I could disagree, honestly. To say that the Empire and the Republic have always been on bad terms would be an understatement at the best of times. And on top of that, those two are like oil and water on a personal level. Well, no. The fact that they break into an argument every time they meet shows how similar they are. They're both very, very patriotic and proud of their nation. So I give them that much, I guess. Though maybe it's because I walked into the middle of a conversation, but I couldn't understand like half of that. Something about engine provision in Liberal's internal politics. I guess I shouldn't ask. No, I don't mind. It's not a secret anyway. The engine in question is actually the latest from your own central factory. Yeah, I was just reading about that. Once the design is finalized, sample units are to be provided by your airship company to the Empire and Republic both. But we're bumped into Ambassador Crochet, and we came by to finalize the details of the deal. I get it. Why the big argument about an engine? An orbital ship's engine is what determines what a ship can really do. Since you can install them in military ships, you usually don't just hand them out like candy. It'd be a real mess if that engine let the Imperial Army get all powered up. I mean, no, not at all, it's true. Normally, sharing such advanced technology with other countries so freely would be unthinkable, but this is part of your Queen's plan. Rather than monopolizing a technological edge, she wishes to provide it to other countries to promote multinational peace. Well, how long can a peace like that last? At least that's her plan as I understand it. I get it. She did mention something like that a while ago, now that I think about it. It's pretty incredible that the Queen is willing to try something like that. Like, it's not just an ideal, you know? It's something that people really change. Oh my god. Yes, you have reason to be proud of your Queen, I'd say. My apologies, but this conversation has gone on longer than I intended. You're here for air tickets, yes? I'll pardon myself. Say, Mueller, about Olivier. Has he gone back to Erebonia? You've not heard? I haven't really had a chance to see him since the Queen's celebration. I felt kind of bad about that. Oh, don't worry. The half-wit is continuing to while away his days here in Liberal. He said he was going to visit Elmo's hot springs, if I remember correctly. Okay, then. Yeah, that sounds like Olivier. Should we ever bother returning to the embassy like a responsible citizen, unlikely as that is, I'll let him know you were asking after him. I'll make sure that he contacts you before he returns to the Empire. Thanks, Mueller. Hardly. I should thank you for keeping that lunatic company. Now, if you'll excuse me, you know, his mannerisms are funnier when you know who he is. That's one hell of a stiff military type from a friend of that golden-haired guy. Who is he? Mueller's the resident military officer for the Erebonian embassy. I've only met him a few times. Well built, and he made sure not to leave himself open at any time. A well-trained dog of the military, and hiding some really sharp things to boot. There you go again. He did seem like he's really strong, though. Well, he's a Vander. I don't trust any Imperials, and that includes Blondie. It seems like he talked to Cassius about something, but who knows what his plan is, what with staying so long. I guess that's a good point. Although Olivier may be weird, but I can't think of him as a bad guy. Even Mueller doesn't seem all malevolent, I guess. Whatever. Let's just get over to the counter and get our tickets. Well, now everything's working properly, I hope. That's a weird bug that I just couldn't talk to anyone. Estelle and Agate? Yes. We've already received payment from Elnan at the Capital Branch. Here are your tickets. Can I talk to people now? Yeah. That was a weird bug. It just wouldn't let me talk to anyone. Everything's working now. Think I gotta go to the ticket officer? Yeah. Yeah, I already went shopping and I don't have any more money, so let's go. I didn't go to the weapons store, but I'm out of money, so it doesn't matter. Probably wouldn't have enough but for one weapon anyway. It all works out in the end. What a nice day. The tourists gotta be flooding the streets in Raun if the weather's like this. Maybe. They got bigger things heating the place up than tourism, though. What do you mean? The election for the new mayor. Apparently there's 2 popular candidates to replace old Dalmor. So it's an actual fight of an election then. Neat. And thinking about it, I guess it is about time. They can't just let the mayor's office sit empty. Yeah, the whole thing's been a bit of a mess ever since you guys blew the case wide open. I heard about what you guys did from old Gene. Yeah, after you left, me and Joshua and Chloe worked on that. After we had some help from a reporter too, and the actual arrest was done by Lieutenant Schwartz of the Royal Guard. That's even better. You're smart enough to see that it wasn't just you. By Chloe, though you mean the girl in the uniform. A.K.A. Princess Claudia. Man, that blew my friggin' mind when I heard that at the castle. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, I haven't seen Chloe since the birthday. Or Olivier, I guess, for better or for worse. Not just them, but Tita, too, and Zen. I told Tita and her old fogey about what was up with you. I figured they'd worry too much if they were kept in the dark. Thanks, Agate. Yeah, well, you'd better send him a letter soon or meet him in person or whatever. They miss you. I like the fact that he has a soft spot for Tita. Like, he genuinely cares about Tita. That's sweet. That's nice. Oh, and Zen went back to went to Calvert after the festival. He said to give you his best. I see. Still wish I could have said goodbye. As for the princess, pretty sure she went back to the academy. We'll be in Raun for a while, so I think we can find some time to drop in and say hi. You're right. Did I say something funny? Oh, no, not really. I was just thinking you're a lot more thoughtful than you look, Agate. You even offered to let me do some shopping before we left the capital. Thoughtful? I'm not. I mean, I am, but... Nah, forget it. You can't play the tough guy forever, Agate. Whatever. I'm gonna take a nap in my seat till we arrive. Don't get so absorbed in wandering around and forget you get off at Raun. Agate, you really do try too hard. Anyway, I think I'll take his advice. It's time for a bit of looking around before we arrive. Don't get too close to the edge. What'll happen if you fall, right? Wow, this is so cool! Hey look, that tree is so tiny. So are you, kid. Such a pity. Santos, okay. This is just a cargo hold. A non-aggression pact. Yeah, this is just all the cargo and storage. Okay, so you don't care that I'm down. I guess you don't get paid enough to tell me to fuck off. And you don't care that I'm in here either. Wait a minute, you're the girl from before. I haven't seen you in a while. I saved you from the bandit hideout. I thought so. You must forgive me. I never had a chance to thank you properly. Allow me to offer my thanks on behalf of the crew. You're welcome. I was really just doing my job. Still, it is kind of funny though. Taking a trip on the same airship I once helped rescue. It's kind of neat. Me, are you from the Bracer Guild? Yeah, I thought so. I'm glad we can meet again. Do you remember me? I was one of the people you saved from the Sky Bandits held us hostage. Oh, you were with the captain, right? That's right, I am Claire. I manage the passenger cabin. Our entire crew owes you our lives, and more. We're still here at our post because you managed to save us. You're welcome. Is the entire crew of Lind back at work? Yes, everyone is working even harder than before. That's great. I'm glad everyone was able to get back to their lives. Forgive me for asking, Miss Bracer, but are you traveling for pleasure today or work? Unfortunately, it's always work. I'll probably end up riding airships a lot from now on. I hope you'll treat me as well. I hope you'll treat me well if I end up on the Lind again. Absolutely. That's nice. This guy, no way. Oh my god, it's the fucking weirdo. Yeah, it's the fucking food weirdo. It's the food weirdo! No, this guy had some really funny quests in the last game. Like, he's so fucking eccentric and off in his own little world. It's hilarious. Lloyd, Lake Valia. Like, isn't this the fishing guy? I was wondering who it was. Hello, Estelle. Hi, Lloyd. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, that's the fishing guy, looking to challenge the Lord King Mugwump Fish of Lake Valley again? For now, no, I'm off to Raun. I heard there's a nice convenient spot right in the city limits. Wow, you sure are dedicated. It sounds fun, but I guess I'm just not into fishing. Really? That's a pity. You've got quite a talent for it from what I saw at the Kingfisher Inn. Oh, I know. Let me give you this. A fishing book. And a fishing rod. Thank you. I haven't been fishing in a while, but I just haven't had time, and I don't currently have an active fishing license. And it really wouldn't do me much good to buy one now, because in Texas, how fishing licenses work, they last until the end of until August 31st. So if I buy one on August 30th, it will expire the next day. So the trick to do it is buy it on September 1st. That way you got it for a whole year. I mean, I can get a year to date if I buy an all water tag, which is more expensive. But if I'm going to go to Galveston or Padre Island, I'm going to do saltwater fishing. It makes sense. There's Agate in his spot. Yeah, he said he was taking a nap. Thank you for flying with us today. We'll be arriving in Raun shortly. Hi, Gene. Oh, hey, welcome back. Boy, I'm glad to see you guys here. Karna's been away, so the board's covered with jobs. You guys have your work cut out for you. Geared up and ready for work, I hope. Sending us out already. We were expecting a little board work, bud. Anything urgent? No. We're snowed with work in general, but none of it is particularly urgent. Yeah, okay. I wonder if I actually have a say in determining the results of the election. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be neat world building. Well, alright, here it is. I want you to investigate ghost sightings. See, I knew you were going to look at me like that. This is why I didn't want to bring it up. No, I'm sorry, it's just a bit of a surprise is all. I mean, what exactly do you mean by ghost sightings? Well, about 2 weeks ago, we've been receiving reports that people have been seeing a white shadow at night. Not just in the city of Raun, mind you, reports have come from all across the province. A white shadow. You mean, that's why Hugh said a ghost. And it probably isn't a prank or a trick of the eyes if people are seeing this thing all over. Exactly. I dismissed one sighting, but with reports coming on... Okay, so it's probably someone fucking around. You think Estelle, the coup breaker, hero of the borough, would be afraid of no ghosts? No way! No how! No! I ain't scared of no ghosts! Sorry. I am afraid of ghosts. A little. More than a little, by the looks of it. Well, don't worry, nobody's been hurt or anything, and it isn't urgent. We'll just pretend this conversation didn't... No, we'll take it. Don't forget, a big part of our mission is investigating the society. We're to keep an eye out even for the slightest hints of activity from them. That's the plan. Oh. Yeah, okay. Although I've been going for 45 minutes now, and well, 47 minutes now, I need to fucking wrap this up, please. Oh yeah, the orphanage. I get to see it rebuilt. I get to see the new one. Yeah, I know how the job board works. Thank you. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky as we do some odd jobs and I guess go investigate fucking ghost sightings. But until then, I'm TheDarkSeraph signing off. I got social media down below. Likes are appreciated. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I update daily on Tumblr and Threads. I'm banned on Twitter, though I could probably get around that with a burner phone or pleading to Daddy Elon saying I'll buy Tesla stock or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't care that much. But remember to drink water, touch some grass, and yeah, go touch some fucking grass. I'm TheDarkSeraph signing off.